Knowledge is a matter of deen. Be careful who you take your deen from.
Alhamdulillah, hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fih, kama yuhibbu rabbuna wa yarda, wa sallallahu wa sallama wa baraka ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ba'd. Insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Tonight, Ikhwan, I wanted to read to my brothers and my sisters, for those who have traveled and come from many different places, some very tremendous speech from Shaykhuna Shaykh Rabi' ibn Hadi al-Madkhali, Hafidhahullah ta'ala. From what we have seen here, Ikhwan, in recent times, from false principles that are beginning to spread amongst the Salafis, and individuals who are coming in the cloak and the dress of Salafiyah, speaking in the name of Salafiyah, but bringing with them, Ikhwan, principles of the Ikhwan Muslimin, and bringing with them, Ikhwan, the principles of Abul Hasan Maalik, and bringing with them, Ikhwan, principles of Ali al-Halabi, and other than them, Ikhwan, from those who mazziqoon suf al-Salafiyyin, and those who are striving to divide the ranks of the Salafiyyin. So, bi-idhnillahi tabarak wa ta'ala, we want to read this tremendous kalam from Shaykhina Shaykh Rabi' Hafidhahullah ta'ala, and we hope to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring about by this kalam of the Shaykh some benefit bi-idhnillahi tabarak wa ta'ala. The Shaykh was asked, there has come a new way, a new path, a new methodology, where the people began to make taqseem al-ulama al-mutashaddideen wa mutasahilin. Those who have begun to divide the scholars into two groups. Those scholars, they say, are from the mutashaddideen, or those who are extreme and harsh, and those from the mutasahilin, those who are lenient and easy. And perhaps they even say that such and such a place has from them those who are mutashaddidun, meaning such and such a city or a place has with them those who are harsh. فَمَا تَوْجِيهُكُمْ, so what is your advice and your direction in this regard? أَجَابَ Shaykh Rabi' وَافَانَ Hafidhahullah ta'ala, the Shaykh answered that he benefited us. هَذِهِ مِنَ أَعْدَاءِ الْمَنْهَجِ السَّلَفِ. This, Ikhwan, from the methodologies and the ways of the enemies of the da'wah salafiyah. As-salaf kana yujad fihim al-mutashaddid wa yujad fihim al-mutasami'. Because the salaf, ya Ikhwan, had amongst them those who were harsh, and they had amongst them, ya Ikhwan, those who were lenient. وَمَا كَانَ يَحْمِلْ بَعْضُهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ بَلْ كَانُوا يُقَدِّرُونَ وَيَحْتَرِمُونَ مَنْ يَتَشَدَّدُ عَلَى أَهْلِ الْبَاطِلِ. He says, but rather, ya Ikhwan, they did not use this as a means to hold it against one another. The Shaykh said, rather, the people used to have respect and honor for those who were harsh against the innovators. Amongst the Salaf as-Salih, ya Ikhwan, were those who had honor, and those who had respect, and those who looked up to those who were harsh against the people of innovation. عندك حماد بن سلمة, the Shaykh said, take for example, Hamad ibn Salama, يثني عليه الإمام أحمد ثناء عاطرا. Now we have, ya Ikhwan, Hamad ibn Salama, ya Ikhwan, who was harsh against the people of innovation. And he mentions the Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Imam Ahl al-Sunnati wal Jama'ah. The Imam of Ahl al-Sunnah, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, ya Ikhwan, used to praise Hamad ibn Salama tremendously. Used to praise him tremendously. وَيَتَّ with the people of innovation. Take a Salafi stance, ya ikhwan, with the people of the Ikhwan Muslimin and the Jama'atul Tabligh and other than them, ya ikhwan. Take a Salafi position from them, ya ikhwan. And the Shaykh continues and he says, وَلَا مَانِعَ أَنَّكَ تَدْعُوهُمْ إِلَى اللَّهِ بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ. And the Shaykh said there is no harm, there's nothing preventing you from calling them with wisdom and good exhortation. I say to you, ikhwan, how many years have we taken the advice of our Shaykh Rabi', Hafidhahullah Ta'ala? And I ask our brothers ikhwan who have come from as far away from, as I've heard, from Florida and from Canada and even from England and the likes of this. I ask my brothers ikhwan, how did this da'wah Salafiyya spread? After the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except by the brothers ikhwan calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, calling bil hikmah, calling bil mu'izatul hasanah. How did it spread after the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ikhwan? Except by the efforts ikhwan of those who strive to spread the words of our ulama, who strive to spread the word first and foremost of the book of Allah and the sunnah of the Messenger of Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rather, some of these individuals who speak ill of our brothers, they are the direct result of their efforts. They are the direct result of some of our brothers' efforts. And now they come along and they say, where's the hikmah? Where's the good exhortation? But they are a direct result, some of them, after the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the efforts and the works of their brothers. I'll continue, ikhwan, with the statement of our Shaykh. فإذا استجابوا فالحمد لله ما استجابوا فلا مانع من الشدة عليهم. The Shaykh says, if they answer your call, be those innovators and those people of deviance and those people of misguidance, if they answer your call, alhamdulillah, then praise is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if they do not answer your call, then there is nothing preventing you from using harshness and hardness. There is nothing preventing the Shaykhwan, barakallahu fikum. وَالسَّلَفِ اشْتَدُّوا عَلَيْهِمْ. Rather the Salaf, they were harsh against the innovators. وَأَمَرُوا بِقَتْلِ بَعْضِهِمْ. And they even, ikhwan, commanded with the execution of some of the innovators. Some of the innovators were even put to death, ya ikhwan, but that was they all come from the innovation. Some of them had their homes burned to the ground. Some of them were removed from their lands. Look at the Salaf Salih and how they dealt with the likes of the innovators. The ru'us has been at the heads of them and the likes of the Shaykhwan, burning their homes. Some of them executed the likes of this. And as we see from the Shaykh, Hafidhahullah Ta'ala, that he will say, this is what is mentioned in many of the books. He said, وَمِنْهُمْ مُؤَلَّفٌ فِي ذَلِكَ مُؤَلَّفَاتٍ كَثِيرَةٍ. The Shaykh said, and this is what has been written in many of the works of the Salaf Salih. He says, مَا نَقُولُ فِيهِمْ. So what do we say about those Salaf Salih? If we're calling our brothers ikhwan who refute an individual upon the internet, or refute an individual with a writing, if you call that individual from the ghulat, from the extremists, and you call them the shaddideen, then what do you say about your Salaf who burned down the homes of some of the innovators? What do you say about your Salaf who put to death some of the innovators? If these individuals who have only refuted with pen and have only refuted with lisan, with their tongue, if they are min ghulat, from the extremists, and min mutashaddideen, then what do you say regarding those of the Salaf Salih? We await that answer, ya ikhwan, barakallahu fikum. The Shaykh continues, Hafidhahullah Ta'ala, اقرأ الشريعة للجري. Read the book الشريعة by Imam al-Jurri, ya ikhwan. اقرأ السنة لعبد الله بن أحمد. Read the book السنة لعبد الله بن أحمد. اقرأ السنة للخلال. Read the book السنة by الخلال. He said, هؤلاء ما قرأوا هذه الكتب. These individuals have not read these books. Those who call our brothers, who refute the innovators, and reject the statement of the Tabligh, and the Ikhwan, and other than them, from the Mahrabiyin and from the Halabiyin, and other than them, those who reject their brothers and fight against their brothers, they have not read the likes of these books. As Shaykh said, they haven't read these books, ya Ikhwan, for what is found within them. ما قرأوا هذه الكتب ورأوا مواقف السلف من أهل البدع والضلال. They haven't read these books, and they haven't seen the position of Ahl Sunnah regarding these individuals from the innovators. كيف نقف مع الجهمية? What should be our position with the Jahmiyyah, ya Ikhwan? كيف نقف مع الروافض? What is our position with the Rafida, ya Ikhwan? كيف نقف مع أذنابهم? What Shaykh, he said, Ya Ikhwan, and this is the issue. This is the shahid. This is the point. That many of those individuals, Ikhwan, who ascribe themselves to Salafiyah, those, Ikhwan, who affiliate themselves and ascribe themselves to Salafiyah, he says, Ikhwan, that they are the ones who have been affected by these waves and these currents that have come. And they have become from the mumayyi'un, those who want to water down this affair, those who want to sugarcoat this matter. They don't want that pure affair. So he goes on to mention their Ikhwan, and they are those who haribu at al-haq, and they are the ones who have waged war against the callers to the truth. They are the ones who have waged war against the callers to the sunnah, and they have called them with the shaddidun. They have called them from the harsh ones, from the extremists. The Shaykh said, Ana katabtu ala shaddu wahid. The Shaykh said, I have written regarding the people of innovation, and I am from the harshest of amongst them. Katabtu fi ayam ibn Baz. I wrote in the days of Shaykh ibn Baz. Fi ayam al-Albani. In the days of Shaykh al-Albani. Fi ayam al-Uthaymeen. In the days of the A'immah, the Imams of our time. He said, I wrote regarding those innovators on the time of those Imams. Radayt al-Ikhwan al-Muslimin. Wa al-Tabligh. I refuted the Ikhwan al-Muslimin. I refuted the Tabligh. Wa al-Ahl al-Bid'i jami'an. And all of the deviant groups. Now we see the sifat, the attributes of the people of the Sunnah. Who did the Shaykh mention? Refuting the Jama'at al-Tabligh, refuting the Ikhwan al-Muslimin. But I ask you, Ikhwan, why do we see the tongues of the people moving in Ahl al-Sunnah, moving in Ahl al-Sunnah? The pens moving in Ahl al-Sunnah. I ask you, where are these individuals rudud? Where are the reputations upon the Shia, those who curse the companions? Where are the reputations against the Sufiya? Where are the reputations against Halabi and Ma'rabi, those who have divided the ranks of the Salafis? Where are their reputations? Line them up, bring their recordings, bring their catalog, and show us their reputations against the most evil of the innovators. What you find from them, Ikhwan, is kalam against Ahl Sunnah. What you find from the Ikhwan is the name of Ahl Sunnah, refuting Ahl Sunnah, raising their head at every opportunity to refute the people of the Sunnah, to attack the people of the Sunnah, to mention the faults of the people of Ahl Sunnah. وَمَا أَهْلِ الْبِدْعَ سُكُوتًا سُكُوتًا. Shaykh Muhammad used to say, Ikhwan, سُكُوتًا سُكُوتًا. All we hear from them is quiet and quiet. You can hear the birds chirp, and you can hear the crickets chirp when it comes to Ahl Bid'ah. But when it comes to the Ikhwan and Ahl Sunnah, then we find their pages filled, and we find their recordings, and we find their websites with kalam against Ahl Sunnah. Continue, Ya Ikhwan. And the Shaykh, he said, Ya Ikhwan, after refuting all of these individuals, he said, Shaykh ibn Baz, wa al-Albani, wa al-Uthaymeen, wa hum yu'ayyiduna hadhihi al-kutub. They supported these books. Shaykh ibn Baz, Shaykh al-Albani, Shaykh al-Uthaymeen, they supported these books. Wa yu'ayyiduna al-Rabi', and they supported Shaykh Rabi'. Wa lam yu'aridhu ahad, wa lam yakul fihi ahad. None of them went against Shaykh Rabi'. None of them refuted the Shaykh upon these matters. قال Shaykh al-Albani kalima adna ala Rabi'. Until Shaykh Rabi', Shaykh al-Albani himself, Ya Ikhwan, the muhaddith of al-Akhir, he praised Shaykh Rabi' tremendously, Ya Ikhwan. He said, هو حامل لي والجرح متعديل في زماننا. He said, he is a banner carrier, the carrier of the banner of praise and criticism in this time. This is Shaykh Rabi'. What did Shaykh Muqbil tell me when I tell you a story? When Shaykh Muqbil, I teach you when he came here, rahimahullah ta'ala, in the days of his sickness before he died, rahimahullah, we went to visit him in California in the hospital. And before we left the room of Shaykh Muqbil, I said, Shaykh, give me some advice before I leave you. So when Sheikh al-Albani said this, ya ikhwan, those are the people of 10 years, those who want to water down the religion, what did they do? They became excited, happy. We have a word from Sheikh al-Albani. And they ran and spread that word throughout the dunya. I remind you of what Sheikh Rabi said in the Quran. He said, look at an individual and look at his history. If you find an individual, that when he brings a quote from a particular scholar, that he believes is in agreement with his desires, but leaves whatever else you see from the kalam of that sheikh, know that individuals from the people of desires. So now, for example, these individuals weren't quoted from Sheikh al-Albani. Where were they from the refutation of al-Albani upon the Ash'a'ira and the likes of this? They weren't rushing out to make known to the people the refutation of al-Albani upon the Ash'a'ira and upon the Sufiya and the likes of them of Ahl al-Bid'ah. Sheikh al-Albani refuted the innovators in. And so Sheikh al-Albani himself said that he has studied the books of Rudud, and he has studied the affairs of innovation. And he said, I'm about to put out a book called Abu Musa Atif, the encyclopedia of innovation. Why did they race out and hasten to spread that from al-Albani the way they did this kalima regarding Sheikh Rabi'? But this shows us, ikhwan, those of a makar, those of a plot, and those of a plan, ya ikhwan, that they find that kalima they believe supports them and aids them and begin to spread the likes of that kalam. Sheikh Rabi' said, اتصلت عليه, I called Sheikh al-Albani, شوف, alhamdulillah, the Sheikh, he called Sheikh al-Albani. قلت لماذا يا شيخ ترميني بالشدة, لماذا يا Sheikh, you accuse me with this harshness? He said, والله هذا, Sheikh al-Albani said, هذا وجهة نظري. Sheikh al-Albani said, this is my thought or my idea on this, my position. قلت له يا شيخ هذا يضر الدعوة السلفية ويضرني. Sheikh Rabi' ya ikhwan, he said, ya Sheikh, but there's harm to the da'wah salafiyah. And the reason why Sheikh Rabi' mentioned this, ya ikhwan, is because he knew that the innovators were trying to use that word, to spread that word to cause what? And it thought to try to strike some of the scholars and others from amongst them. So Sheikh Rabi' mentioned this to Sheikh al-Albani, and he mentioned that this harms the da'wah and harms himself. فاعتذر رحمه الله. So Sheikh al-Albani did what? He apologized. And he excused himself. The Imam, ya ikhwan, Sheikh al-Albani, rahimahullah ta'ala, excused himself, ya ikhwan, in this regard. He says, وَبَعْدْ أَيَّامٍ أَرْسَلْتُ لَهُ الْعَوَاصِمِ مِمَّا فِي كُتُبِ سَيِّدِ قُطْبٍ مِنَ الْقَوَاصِمِ. So Sheikh Rabi' sent to Sheikh al-Albani a book that he refuted Sayyid Qutb in. And Sheikh Rabi' said, وَشَدُّ مَا كَتَبْتُ, and it is from the harshest and the most sternest of the books that I have written. وَقَرَأَهُ وَأَيَّدَهُ. But Sheikh al-Albani, after reading it, did what? He supported it, and he aided that book. He said, because it was the haq that was said about Sayyid Qutb in that book was the haq. Sheikh Rabi' continues, Ibn Baz, meaning Sheikh Ibn Baz also did not prevent Sheikh Rabi' from that which he had done. كان يقول ردوا على البدع بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. He said, rather, refute the people of innovation with wisdom and good exhortation. وما كان يعارضني أبدا, and he did not go against me. He did not go against me whatsoever. He said, وَوَاللَّهِ لَقَدْ كَتَبَ إِلَيَّ كِتَابًا قَالَ بَلَغَنِي أَنَّكَ رَدَّتْ عَلَى الْمَوْدُودِ رحمه الله وَأَرْجُو أَن تُرْسِلْ لِي نُسْخَةً مِنْ هَذَا الرَّدِّ. So Sheikh, ya ikhwan, after the Sheikh Ibn Baz said, he sent a letter to Sheikh Rabi', and he said, it has reached me that you have written a refutation against al-Mawdudi. And he said, I would hope and I would like and request from you to send me a copy. Sheikh Ibn Baz did not refute him, ya ikhwan, did not come against him because of this affair of refuting the innovator. Rather, he requested from Sheikh Rabi' to send to him the likes of these books. كان الشيخ التويجري, Sheikh Rabi' continues, يرد بالشدة على أهل البدع. Sheikh Tuwaijri, ya ikhwan, used to refute the innovators with harshness, sternness, with firmness. والشيخ ابن باز يؤيده ويقرب قدره. And even with that, ya ikhwan, Sheikh Ibn Baz to support the books of Tuwaijri, and he used to praise them and recommend them. لم يقل له في يوم من الأيام, and he never said to Sheikh Tuwaijri any day, don't refute the people. Don't use this kalam that you have used. He never used the likes of this speech. And then the Sheikh, he continues. The Sheikh Tuwaijri also, ya ikhwan, كان يرد على الألباني بارك الله فيكم. والشيخ ابن باز لم يسكته. And even with those reputations upon the Imam, Sheikh al-Albani, Sheikh Ibn Baz never said to him, be quiet. He never said to him, be quiet, ya ikhwan. And then he went on to mention, ya ikhwan, Ibn Baz. And this reminds us, ya Ikhwan, of that kalimat al-batila, that statement of falsehood that was stated by Yasir Qadhi, the individual who said some years ago, I prefer the methodology of Ibn Baz over the methodology of Sheikh Rabi'. This man wants to divide and separate between the methodology of Sheikh Ibn Baz and Sheikh Al-Albani. Hum ala yad wahida ya Ikhwan. They are upon one hand, as we see it, as we have seen from the history of these ulama, from the history of these mashayikh ya Ikhwan, together ya Ikhwan, in the da'wah al-haq, the da'wah al-salafiyya ya Ikhwan. Barakallahu feekum. Where are the reputations of these individuals upon Yasir Qadhi? Where are they ya Ikhwan? We are awaiting their reputations upon Yasir Qadhi. Those individuals ya Ikhwan who took a contract to unite and to work and to cooperate with all types and all forms of innovators. Where are these writings ya Ikhwan? Where are these writings and reputations of these evils? And the likes of these affairs and of these methodologies that we find from the likes of Yasir Qadhi other than them. So the Shaykh, he continues. Hafidhahullah ta'ala. The Shaykh says, كل المشايخ هؤلاء بارك الله فيكم كانوا يؤيدون هذا المنهج. He says, all of those scholars, ya Ikhwan, they used to support and aid this manhaj الذي ضعفنا فيه, that we have become weak in. All of them supported this methodology. All of them aided this methodology that we have become weak and feeble in. And the Shaykh, he says after this, حفظه الله تعالى, وما بقينا على المستوى الذي كنا في عهدهم بل ضعفنا. We have not remained on the same level that we were in the days of those imams, Ibn Baz, Al-Albani, Al-Uthaymeen, the likes of them. He said, rather we have become weak. ومع هذا يقول نحن متشددون. Even with that weakness, they say what? We're harsh. Even with that weakness, ya Ikhwan, they have said what? That we are from the extremists. And the Shaykh, he continues. He says, ويقول ابن باز, والله Ibn Baz كان يحارب أهل البدع. So they try to say Sheikh Ibn Baz said, but Sheikh Rabi' said, but rather Sheikh Ibn Baz waged war against innovation in his people. The Shaykh waged war against the people of innovation. ويؤيد من يحاربهم, and he also supported and aided everyone who waged war against the innovators. He supported and aided those who waged war against the innovators. ويثني على من يحاربهم, and he praised those who waged war against the innovators. هذه دليل أن الشيخ ابن باز سكت أحد من الرادين. Bring me one proof. The Sheikh Ibn Baz quieted down and told the people who refuted to be quiet. He says, bring me one proof. هل سكت الفوزان? Did he tell Sheikh Fawzan to be quiet? هل سكت الفويجري? Did he tell Sheikh Al-Fuwaijri to be quiet? هل سكت الربيع? Did he tell Sheikh Al-Rabi' to be quiet? هل سكت الألباني? Did he tell Sheikh Al-Albani to be quiet? لا أحد يا إخوان. كذلك العلماء كانوا كلهم يؤيدون وينصرون من يقول كلمة الحق. Rather, all of the scholars, the Sheikh says, all of them supported and they aided those who said the word of truth. ويردوا على الباطل, and those who refute falsehood. سألوا الشيخ العثيمين, the Ashik Uthaymin. قالوا الشيخ Rabi' قالوا فيه كذا وكذا. So people came to Sheikh Uthaymin, ya Ikhwan, and they said, Sheikh Rabi', the people are saying about him such and such and such and such. So they said it to Sheikh Uthaymin. So Sheikh Uthaymin, ya Ikhwan, he answered, he said, قال لأنه بين أحوال رموزهم. He said, because Sheikh Rabi' has clarified the position of their icons. He has refuted their leaders. He has refuted those who they have propped up. And that is why, ya Ikhwan, they have attacked Sheikh Rabi'. Look at the hikmah and the wisdom of Sheikh Uthaymin. He understood, ya Ikhwan, what was before him. He understood the matter, ya Ikhwan, and knew the reason why they were attacking Sheikh Rabi'. Hafidhahullah ta'ala. وَأَيَّدْنِي كَرَّاتُ مَرَّاتِ. And he supported me and he aided me time and time again. Time and time again. Na'am ya Ikhwan. So the Shaykh, he says, بعد ما راح ابن باز والعثيمين والألباني قالوا هؤلاء متشددون. So after the death of Sheikh Al-Albani, the death of Sheikh Al-Uthaymeen, the death of Sheikh Ibn Baz, then they began to say those individuals are from the harsh ones, the extremists. Wallahi كذبوا. He said, by Allah they have lied. Wallahi انتهزوها فرصة موت هؤلاء. They took it as an opportunity. The death of those A'immah, those Imams. They took it as an opportunity, ya Ikhwan. هؤلاء كان فرصة لهم ووثبوا على منهج السلفي. They took it as an opportunity, ya Ikhwan, to pounce upon the methodology of Salafi. They took it as an opportunity, ya Ikhwan, to jump upon the Salafiyin. And the Shaykh says, وعلى أهله, and upon his people, يمزقونهم بقواعد وأصول ومناهج من أفسد القواعد والمناهج. And he said they have separated and divided the Salafis and the ranks of the Salafis with principles and with fundamentals and with methodologies that are from the most corrupt of methodologies and principles. From the most corrupt of principles and methodologies. ومزقوا الشباب السلفي. And they divided the Salafi youth. فالعالم غرسوا في أذنانهم من أن الجماعة الفلانية متشددة. He says, Ya Ikhwan, that they have divided the Salafi youth and they have planted into the minds and hiding into their minds that such and such a group are from the extremists. And such a group are from the harsh ones. They have planted this into the minds of the Salafi youth. كيف how? العلماء ما أنكروها. The ulama of the Salaf, Ya Ikhwan, the ulama of the past, the ulama of these imams that we have mentioned, they did not refute the imams. They did not refute the likes of Shaykh Rabi' and the likes of them, Ya Ikhwan, and those who refute the innovators. He says, فكيف يا أخوان? So the Shaykh says, he says, كيف نكر بمنهج السلفي وهم في غاية الشدة على أهل البدع. He says, so how do we, Ikhwan, affirm the methodology of Ahl Sunnah, the methodology of Salafiyah? How do we claim this for ourselves, Ya Ikhwan? He says, and they were the harshest. The Salaf were the firmest and the harshest against the people of innovation. He says, غاية الشدة يا أخوان, to the farthest extent, Ya Ikhwan, of harshness against the innovator. فإما أن نرفض منهج السلف. So we are either going to reject the methodology of the Salaf ونتابع أهل البدع and follow the methodology of أهل البدع, وإما نقول إننا سلفيون, or we're going to say that we are Salafis ونسير على نهجهم, and we're going to traverse and travel upon their methodology في المواقف الحاسمة with firm and resolute positions من أهل البدع, from the people of innovation. So either, Ikhwan, we're going to reject the methodology of the Salaf al-Salih and we're going to follow the people of innovation, either that, or we're going to follow the way of the Salaf al-Salih and we're going to take, Ikhwan, mawaqif hasima, firm and resolute positions against the people of innovation. The Shaykh continues after this. He says, نعم ادعو إلى الله بالحكمة, يعني بالحجة, بالبرهان. He says, نعم, call to the way of Allah with evidences and with proof. بين إذا أمامك مبتدع, clarify if there's before you an innovator, Rafidi, Sufi, Quburi, whether there's in front of you a Rafidi, one who was from the Rawafid, from the Shia, or from the Sufiya, or from the people of the Qubur, those who worship at the graves and the likes of this. يعني أي حاجة ادعو إلى الله بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة, call to Allah with wisdom and good exhortation, بالحجة والبرهان, with proof and evidence. ولكن حينما تأتي على عقيدة الروافض فيهم كذب وفيهم فجور وفيهم غلو. He said, but when you begin to write against these beliefs, the beliefs of the Rawafid, the Rafid, of the Shia, the extreme Shia, and you begin to talk about these individuals, he said, in them is lying, and in them is sinfulness, and in them is extremism. Do you not mention these things when you refute them? And then the Shaykh, he continues, إذا ذكرت هذا الكذب والخيانات والفجور قالوا هذه الشدة. And when you begin, Ya Ikhwan, to refute these lies and this treachery and this sinfulness from these individuals, the people say, see, there is their harshness. There are those harsh ones who all they want to do is refute. Sufi Ikhwani, Hizbi Tahriri, and عنده مجازي. The Shaykh says, whether it be the Sufi, whether it be the Ikhwani, whether it be the Hizbi Tahriri, he said all these individuals have transgressions. عنده كذب, they have with them lying. عنده خيانات, they have with them deceitfulness. عنده حاجات بينها Allah, they have with them, Ya Ikhwan, all of these affairs that have been clarified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Salaf, Ikhwan, the Shaykh goes on, as he said, the Salaf used to say, فلان كذاب, فلان كذا, فلان كذا, فلان كذا, بارك الله فيه, with shiddah, with extremism. The Shaykh says, فَنَسَلُ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى أَنْ يُؤَلِّفْ بَيْنَ الْقُلُوبِ. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to unite between the hearts. And we'll end here tonight, ya akhwan, barakallahu feekum, so as to make salah, and we'll continue and finish the advice of Shaykh Rabi' حفظه Allah ta'ala in our next talk, inshallah ta'ala.